Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sallystampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm bringing you my Sweet Talk gift bag. It's an unusual little gift bag because it's actually a cube. I wanted to make it slightly different. It only uses half a sheet of our 12 by 12 DSP, so you can get two out of a bag, out of a sheet, sorry. But the handle unfortunately then cuts into it, so you could use a contrasting colour, you could use cardstock, and I did actually make another one, and I used ribbon, but I didn't like it nearly as much. I think I prefer the DSP version. I also made this one without the heat embossing. I literally just die cut the shape and then stamped a little bit on the background and stamped the sentiment, whereas this one is heat embossed. I do prefer this one. I think it has a far nicer finish to it, but I wanted to do one with ribbon just to show you how it looked. So easy peasy then. Start off with some gorgeous DSP. As I say, it is from the Sweet Talk Suite. So we need a piece of DSP that is 6 by 10.5 inches. That will be 27 by 17 centimetres. And it's actually really simple, the measurements. We're going to score on the long side at 2.5, 5, 7.5 and 10. We're then going to rotate it clockwise and we're going to score at 2.5 and 5. So it is super simple measurements. So in centimetres, that will be on the long side 6.5, 13, 19.5 and 26. And on the short side, 6.5 and 13. Just for a change, not quite as easy measurements or simple measurements for centimetres. Usually they're the other way around. Okay, so fold and burnish your score lines. Now this is the sort of 2.5, and then when we score the 5, you'll see that it's a thinner section here. We're going to fold that against itself, and that's what gives us that pretty show off, if you like, of both sides of the DSP. Then I'm going to fold these ones. Now you notice that I've folded that piece back up again, which is fine. I'm going to go over it again in just a moment. So we're just going to go down these bits here. There we go. And then that bit, as I said, I'm just going to go back over now. Just make sure that the tops line up, because sometimes with it being DSP that's sort of going one way and then another and folded over and being double, it can decide to do its own thing. So I like to just go back over it and reinforce it a little bit. Okay, once you've folded all that and you've got your start of your lovely cube, I like this paper the best, I think. Love these little dashes. It's really pretty, this paper. Okay, so this is your bottom section here. So we're simply going to cut up each section here to that score line and then get rid of this slim bit on the edge. We don't need that. Then we're going to add some DSP under, sorry, crikey, what's wrong with me this morning? Add some adhesive, rather, to this part of the DSP. So just make sure you get plenty on this end, because that will be the bit that will sort of roam free if you're not careful. So fold that down and just press it, and then go in with my bone folder and give it a good squash, press and reinforce that lovely neat score line that will be at the top. Okay, so once you've done that, we're going to add some to this section here, and again just make sure you get enough at the top. And then we can fold this over and join just there. Oops, join just there. Be careful when you press it. Again, I'm just going to go in with my bone folder because I just think that that's an even pressure that will go all over the glue and spread it around as well. And then obviously that is the start of your lovely box. This is the join here, so that's going to be the back. So I'm going to pop that piece in first. And again, I'm just going to put some adhesive on these sections just to hold everything together. The sides, it doesn't matter which way round you do this. One side and then the other. I think I might need some new glue. And then the final one, oh heck, that's going to just splodge out now, isn't it? Just make sure it's all square. And fold it over, and then either put your hand in there or get your bone folder in and press it around. And that gives you your basic cube gift bag, which I think is really quite cute. Now I did notice the boxes that I made up a little while ago that come with the suite, these do actually fit in. If you have to sort of wiggle around the handle, but they fit in as well. They don't quite fit sideways. It is, oh they do, but it's a bit of a squash. Makes the bag bulge a little, but you could squeeze those in if you wanted to, but I quite like that idea that they fit in, and that wasn't a genuine thing, it just happened. Okay, so our handle. So coordinating DSP, it's entirely up to you which way round you put this in. This is 3/4 of an inch by 10 1/4 or 2 by 11 centimetres. And I literally stick it all the way down to the base. Now, you've got two options really. You can go with the original outside showing, which then means that this blends in. Or if you want to coordinate with the bit that's folded over on the top, which equally looks as nice, but then you've got that on the inside. So it's entirely your choice. Bone folder just to give it a tiny curl, and then I did actually use my Seal Plus for this one. I just have a small pencil here, and don't do what I did on this one. When I did it, I wasn't paying any attention, punched my holes and then realised that's the back. So I had to turn it so that it was there. It doesn't matter because the join is technically still at the back, but I always like my join to be here. I don't know why, that's just me. Right, pop your handle in, and obviously if you want to measure this you can, and I just made a small pencil mark just below where my box lid, where the box gift bag shows. Sorry, it's still quite early and I've clearly not got my brain in gear yet this morning. Okay, so pencil mark, and then I've got my Seal Plus, and I'm just going from that pencil mark, and that means that I know that the glue now, or the adhesive, won't go over the top, the sides of the bag. So I'm going in to find the base, so I'm curling it this way so the adhesive doesn't stick. And then again, if you want to measure this you can. As you know, I don't, I just eyeball these things. So that goes about there, and there you have it. So that is my lovely handle now stuck on. So pretty. And now I just need to decorate it. So bringing in my lovely little mini boss here. My desperately in need of changing plates, and I have the Sweethearts dies, and I will be using this one. It's just fallen out of its place, but using this one for my sentiment. So I'm going to pop that on and run that through. Oops. And then while I've got this out, so let me just get rid of that die, get rid of that, put that over there, bring in some of this lovely real red and these 4 hearts on this little strip here, and I'm just going to run those through as well, just while I have this out, and then I can put it out of the way. Perfect. So get rid of that, pop those back in there, and then finally get my pick, scoop those off, and then I'm just going to pop them there for a moment. Oh, thought I'd lost one and it was stuck to my finger, so pop those there, and then back in with my die cut. Lovely sweet conversations, and I'm having this little sentiment here. Happy to have you in my life, and my Versamart, which I actually think might need some refill. Crikey, it is just far too early, isn't it? Far too early. It is for me anyway. Busy day today, so filming gets done very early. Okay, then my basics, or from the basics embossing powder collection, I'm using white, okay, I'll just get rid of this. Heat gun at the ready, and thankfully this doesn't actually take too long because it's a small sentiment, small area. It does burn your fingers a little, so you do need to be careful. Alternatively, use a peg or something, probably not a paper clip because that would get hot too, but certainly a peg would work. Whoa, hot, hot, hot. Not sure why that's sticking up like that, but anyway, there we have that. And then with my trusty glue dots, I'm just going to stick these hearts on each one. And then I also have, these are, I think these have to be my close to favourite embellishments that I've had for a long time. Just look how they shimmer and shine. This is the ribbon, by the way, that I used. It is the Real Red faux linen ribbon that is really pretty. Okay, so once you've done your embossing, then we're just going to pop these hearts on here. Oops, jumping around like crazy. Off, get off, get off. Pop some of those on, and then my favourite. Oh my goodness, these are, look at those. Oh my goodness, they're just so pretty. Large, medium and small, I hasten to add. So I'm going to go for, oops, There we go. And then all I need to do next is pop a couple of dimensionals on the back, and then pop this onto the front of my box bag, cube bag. There we go. And that, how pretty. You could fill with treats, a little bit of a jewellery gift, anything you wanted to. Got to bring the ribbon one in, haven't we, even though it's not our favourite. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Thank you for watching all of my tutorials. It is very humbling that you guys all watch. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all again soon.